got a new video out. Is this his newest one? Okay. All right, Rev's got a video out about this. I've been seeing this in my feed, and I legit don't know. Um, I like I've been seeing talk about this, and I legitimately have no idea what this brand even is. Excuse me. It's something having to do with what's called Mewgenics. Have you guys heard about anything like this? Like this Mewgenics thing? I guess it's a game of some sort. Do you guys know about this? It's a cat game. Okay, well I did kind of gather that from the Mew. I've been seeing this all in the feed, is that apparently people were trying to go after this company. For some reason. Rev put out a video
Amber,
about the
we want to know, do you like cottage cheese or cream cheese?
Cream cheese. If I have to pick between the two, cream cheese. Oh, it's a cat reproduction game. Okay. Oh, you know what? I saw a short today with Emiru playing it, and it was like the little clip short was like when she did like the end of the day, the screen faded out, and then when faded in, it was two cats fucking. And she like laughed. She was like, I forgot that was in this game. Okay. So apparently people are trying to cancel this creator of this game because of something having to do with Emiru. So I am kind of curious what the hell is going on here. So and no, it's not a lie. I'll actually show you the clip after we watch Red's video here. But let's see what's going on here.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So it appears that the current obsession with virtue signaling on social media truly has no bounds. What we're going to talk about today is a situation focusing on a game that is being celebrated. It was released a few days ago and the reception has been amazing. However, the usual suspects on Twitter are trying to ruin not only the game but the development team by claiming they're bigots and all the other buzzwords they can come up with. Now, why are they doing this? Because one of the developers made the high crime of promoting a streamer who was playing their game. That's it. That is all it takes, and now they're being canceled, or at least people are trying to cancel them. So what's the game in question for today? It's called Mewgenics, and here's the description. Build the ultimate cat army through tactical breeding and send them into deep, challenging turn-based adventures. I mean, a game about cats. I mean, you expect the good results. It's that simple, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow! Holy crap! Look at the reception. 92% approval rate based on 10K reviews and an 87,000, almost 88,000 all-time player peak. Holy crap. In fact, you know what? Hang on. I'm going to do one better. Let's see what it's sitting at right now. Let's see what it's sitting at right now. Right, so all-time peak was 87, almost 88,000, and there's still 77,000 playing it right now. There is still 77,000 people playing it right now, and it was launched 2 days ago. This game is doing better, chat. This game is doing better than High Guard. Okay, this game is blowing High Guard away. So yeah, it's hell. Maybe I'll play it tomorrow. Maybe I'll play this game tomorrow. Kids was playing yesterday. You know what? Maybe I'll play it tomorrow. I'll look into I'll look into doing that tomorrow.
Fun game about cats, and you're gonna have nearly 100,000 concurrent players, and this is not some free-to-play game like High Guard, which, by the way, is about to shut.
That's DJ. You're right. I did see that. Like the development studio that made High Guard literally just fired like almost everybody. Everybody like that studio, yeah, they're just like laid off. And like almost everyone. I'd say like 3/4 of their staff, they laid them off already. Not a good sign.
Shut down their servers. That's a story for another day. But you can see this
Wait,
is about
what?
to shut down their servers. The free-to-play game like High Guard, which by the way is about to shut down their servers. That's a story for another day. But you can see this game.
How it's okay? This is new info. I didn't. So it's so bad. They're literally about to shire the servers and kill the game. It's been released for how long now? When did High Guard come out again? Yeah, remind me again. When did High Guard come out? I gotta check this. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. High Guard came out January 26th. Came out January 26th, had a peak of 97 players. Like at launch maybe? Hang on. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it had its peak and it's flatlined and there's 1,900 people playing right now. Right now, 1,900 people are playing High Guard. And it has been out for 2 weeks. It's been out for a hair over 2 weeks, and they're already talking about shuttering the servers. It is literally Concord 2, and it's also free. I know, it's free, and they're already shutting it down. 2 weeks, free game, and they're shutting it down. That is, you know what? That's an even worse failure than Concord. High Guard is actually a worse failure than Concord because High Guard is a free game. Concord you had to pay for. High Guard is free and it couldn't make it 2 weeks. I would argue it is worse than Concord because the devs put all this time and money into it. They're getting nothing back from it. And after 2 weeks, they're already talking about shutting it down. That is actually worse than Concord. Actually worst. And what's more, we have a trifecta. We have the potential for a trifecta as well. Because don't forget, we still have Marathon that is due to launch soon. If Marathon does as shittily as Concord and High Guard, we will have the trifecta of failure. I am really eagerly anticipating for Marathon to come. Marathon is another, like, I think it's a rogue shooter. It's either a rogue shooter or an arena shooter. I forget what. It's something that's coming out. It's made by, I can't remember who's. Yeah, it's like Bungie's making it. They were embroiled in that whole thing of where they stole a bunch of art from an artist, like accent pieces within the game. And there was an artist going, that's my art that's being used in Marathon, and they didn't commission me for it. And there was this whole thing about how they stole an artist's art and put it in the game. And the first look of the game doesn't look impressive. And it's being anticipated that Marathon is going to be basically Concord 3.0. And if it is, it will be the trifecta of shit, which I can't wait for that. But let's get back to this.
That cost $26, around $26, has nearly 90,000 concurrent players, an all-time peak already for them. They're peaking more and more each day, which is an amazing sign. And they have a 92% favorability rating. Okay, this is a gigantic success. So what could go wrong? Well, you can see Edmund McMillan, someone who's behind the game here. You can see the creator of Mewgenics.
Nice.
Simply shared a post with a link to Emiru. And you can see this reply. It's going to represent hundreds of comments. What's up with all the weirdos in the replies? Geez. Because all it took was this post for hundreds of people to try.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
Let's see just how insane these replies are.
To cancel this game and its creator. So, what's the deal? Why are people mad at Emiru? I've talked about this recently, but to very quickly summarize, there's a clip of her that went viral where she basically said, if you want to know about political issues or ICE or anything like that, why are you turning to people like me? I'm not qualified. Get your opinions from more qualified people. Totally valid response, by the way. But psychos like Denims called her a racist chud for not saying anything at all. And her orbit and Hassan and thousands of people on social media were dogpiling Emiru, saying horrible things about her, and eventually she capitulated. She would make this response, and guess what? It didn't work. It made things worse, in fact, and really the case in point is this video.
Yes, it did. And this is exactly, I won't go into it too much. I've already spoken ad nauseum about this. This was the biggest mistake she could have possibly made. 100% the biggest mistake she could have made. If she just let it go and ignored them, they would have fucked off after a few days and found something else to scream and ree about. But she bent the knee, and it's still not good enough. That's the key takeaway here. She bent the knee to these freaks on Twitter that were bitching and moaning, and it wasn't good enough. They basically flat out said, that's not good enough. You have to say the thing. You have to say the thing. We still hate you. You're still not good enough. We will devour you. This is why you don't bend the fucking knee. Again, I've spoken about this ad nauseum. I did a whole fucking video off stream about this. I'm not even gonna go into it any further. It's just, this was a very stupid thing for her to do.
Things worse, in fact, and really the case in point is this video. So here is the creator, Edmund McMillan, and he's someone who's...
Oh, he has got a pedigree. Oh, this is the guy that made Binding of Isaac. Now, I've never played Binding of Isaac, but that is a super popular game. So this man has a good pedigree. Oh, shit. Okay.
Made a lot of big hits, and this one is just another example of that, Mewgenics. Turns out this guy who spent years developing this game, he's doing everything in his power to promote it and make sure it's succeeding. Sure. Crazy, I know. So when Emiru, a very popular streamer, decided to showcase this game on her stream on Twitch, he promoted her channel. That's all he did. He literally just posted her link, and then people went insane. Let me show you a couple comments. This person saying, we won't be watching her, sorry, Edmund. Interesting.
Don't care.
Her stream, her VOD, has 1 million views in 24 hours.
Yay!
So apparently people are watching. That's such a ridiculous...
Holy shit! That's her VOD. Her VOD got 1 million views. That is insane. That is incredible.
Thing, like, people say that all the time about people they don't like. They're like, nobody's watching that. They are watching that. Like, you can dislike someone and still recognize that people are, in fact, engaging with their content. But anyways, you have another one saying, Edmund, no, she's pro-ICE.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
She never said anything positive about ICE. And even...
And this is why I said it was a mistake for her to say anything at all. This is why it's a mistake, because look, she even bent the knee, and they're still going, she's pro-ICE. Oh my God, she's so horrible. This is why this is why anybody says, oh, you're XYZ, and you know you're not, and they just throw a buzzword at you, you just go, no, I win. Fuck off. This is what I was talking about when I say ignore the freaks. When I watched Leaflet's video last night, people in my comment section on the YouTube, on the YouTube video I posted, were saying like, no, you can't just ignore it. You have to fight back. You have to be aggressive. And a lot of people in my YouTube section were missing the point when I was referring to that, and I said that it is like by just like saying I win and walking away and ignoring them, is that there is nuance to that. Is like I'm not referring to when people like literally try to go after your work. When people try to go after your sponsors, when people try to go after your livelihood. I'm not saying that just ignore people when they're trying to actually go after your livelihood. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying was when you've got the Twitter freaks brigading you on Twitter and saying like, oh, you have to say the thing, you have to do what we want, you have to do this, you have to do this, and people are brigading you on Twitter. That's when you just ignore them. Like, let them into the void on Twitter, ignore them, because in a couple days, they'll forget about it. They'll run out of steam because you are not capitulating, and they'll go find the next thing that's important to them and go scream about that. If they're going after your livelihood, if they're going after, if they're going at your sponsors, if they're trying to go after the platform and try and take you down, if they're going after your livelihood, that is different. That's why I said there's nuance to this that so many people in my YouTube comments sections decided to ignore when I actually said that there's nuance. But in this case, it was a bunch of Twitter freaks yelling at Emmy on Twitter. They weren't going after any sponsors or anything. They were just yelling at her on Twitter saying, do that, say the thing, we hate you, say the thing. She said the thing, and what happened? It's not good enough. If she had just ignored them because she had a completely neutral take, she had a lot of people that were ready to be at her back, that were ready to defend her, ready to basically, have her back for anybody that came after her. And then she capitulated and bent the knee. All those people kind of got a little bit of a slap in the face from that. And the people that were hating her in the first place didn't care that she bent the knee. And were just like, it's still not good enough. It's still not good enough. Oh, yeah, I have no doubt that Asmon would take it in a second. I have no doubt that Asmon would take all of it. But she capitulated. And it's not, and surprise, surprise, it wasn't good enough. And again, they're still going after her because she's playing his game, and he's like, hey, she's a huge streamer, she's playing my game, check her out playing my game. And they're like, oh no, she's pro-ice, which she never said she was pro-ice. It's never enough for them.
If she did, are you really going to try to cancel?
Wait, you didn't hear what happened to Emiru? Okay, so quick and dirty, the Cliff's Notes version. Emmy was streaming several days ago. Someone on stream brought up ice, wanting her opinion on ice. It was actually one of her mods. Brought up ice. She basically said, I don't know enough about it. I'm not informed enough to really make it to make any kind of judgment call. And you shouldn't be coming to like an entertainment streamer like me for your opinions on modern day politics and shit. She basically said, don't come to a streamer like me for your opinions on politics. I'm just here to have fun. I'm not here to pontificate on modern day politics. Perfectly reasonable. I don't want to get involved. I'm not informed enough to make any kind of decision, and it's not what I wanted. Not what I want my streaming to be about. Anyway, absolutely, perfectly good response. And the Twitter freaks all dogpiled on her and said, "No, you have to say the thing. You have to say the thing. We're gonna keep bullying you if you don't say the thing." And eventually, she capitulated and, to a degree, said the thing, and it's still not good enough for them, and they're still attacking her. Which is why you never bend the knee, kiss the ring, and you say fuck off. And you basically tell the bully mobs, go fuck yourself. I don't mind, because you don't matter.
Anything positive about ice. And even if she did, are you really going to try to cancel this creator for promoting her stream? It's so juvenile. Here's another one saying, the guy with a game.
And yes, they are doing it because she's friends
titled,
with Asmongold. They did that, yes.
Mewgenics, promoting Nazi streamers.
Oh, for God's sake.
They're going above and beyond.
What did I say? What did I say? It's never going to be enough. They know that they can bully her now. And what are they doing? Now they're classifying her as a Nazi streamer. Now they're pulling out the Nazi. and now she's a Nazi screamer. I told you, it's never enough. And now that they know that she can be bullied into doing what they want, it's only going to ramp up. She has only made things worse for her online.
Trying to get every buzzword and to slander her in every way they can possibly do at this point, because she committed wrongthink by saying, hey, if you want to talk about these subjects, maybe I'm not the person for you. I know, crazy. Here's another one saying you need to start having some spine, or at least look into the people you shout out sometimes. Man.
But by the way, all of these people bitching and moaning about Emiru playing the game, I will remind everybody, every single person on Twitter here that's doing this bitching and moaning, not one of them are buying the game. Not one of them were good. Not one of them were even going to buy the game in the first place. These are non-paying customers. Okay, not one of these Twitter freaks that are pissing and moaning and wetting themselves about the fact that the creator of the game is shouting out Emiru because Emiru is playing his game. Not one of them were going to buy the game in the first place. Not a single one. So their opinions mean nothing. That's what this boils down to. That's what this boils down to for any of these Twitter freaks, for any of these SJRs that scream and bitch and moan online because you're not following in lockstep with them, especially when it comes to companies. They're not your paying customers in the first place. They are not buying your products in the first place. So their opinion does not matter. That's something that people and companies need to start realizing. The people bitching and moaning about this are not giving you their money for your products in the first place. They were never going to. So their only purpose is to try and bully and suppress people that want to think for themselves. That's literally it. And every single comment you hear that is going to be pissing and moaning about it, we're never going to buy the game in the first place. So their opinion means nothing, and it doesn't matter.
The they, it, meow identifying person.
Oh, for
Don't
fuck's
listen
sake.
to people like this. Do not give in to
my
their demands.
God.
Okay? Like, you don't have to look into... it's not even the history of Emiru. It's the perception of what her history is. Because as we've seen, people saw her initial statement in the clip, and they've made up fanfics about her views.
Yes, they did.
And they're slandering
her.
So this guy has nothing to apologize for.
Correct. And that's what I've been saying. Jack, what you said. They want to ruin other people's lives because their own lives are worthless, miserable, pathetic. It's what I've been saying. From the very beginning, these people that scream online do so because they're attention whores. They are desperate for attention because outside of Twitter, they are worthless individuals. They have no meaning in their life. They are not special in their life outside of Twitter. They know they have meaningless lives and are not special outside of Twitter. And so they live online because it's the only thing that they can get any quote unquote positive meaningfulness in their life. And it's not even positive because they're constantly attacking people. So in and of itself, it is not positive, but in their twisted brains, because they are so lonely and pathetic, they view it as a positive because they're getting the engagement. That's who these people are. They are desperate, pathetic losers that crave attention because they are losers in real life. And this is the only way they can get attention, even if it's negative attention. And RSJ, because you are loved and wanted. Of course you are. I love every one of you guys that comes here. Every single one of you. So yes, I'm glad you enjoy watching my streams because I love having you guys here and I love talking to you guys. Absolutely. Yes. But these people, fuck them. They're losers, they're pathetic losers, they have no vibes, and the only thing that they have left in their lives is making other people miserable, and that is getting them some kind of sick satisfaction. And I've said this before, living your life in this way, living your life where you're basically just attacking people and just spewing out vitriol online is not beneficial to you. It creates a sickness inside of you. By constantly just screeching on Twitter and attacking people on social media, you end up feeling sick inside. There's like this ball of like toxic sickness that forms inside of you. And the more you do it, the more that builds and the denser it becomes. And you literally just constantly feel miserable. I know because I was there several years ago. I was in the same position where I would be like going online and I'd be making comments and I'd be like, I'd be arguing with people online. And I was, keeping up on current like political events, from several years ago. But like, and all I did is I felt worse and worse and worse every day. Every day by doing that, I felt worse. I could actually feel like this sickness in my stomach. And I didn't feel good about myself. And that's why I basically just, I cut off watching, watching the news, completely cut off entirely. And I stopped like fighting with people online and I just stopped it and I felt better. And I felt better afterwards. And these people that are constantly fighting and screaming online, if they stop doing that, they'll feel better. Just cut it off, cold turkey, cut it off, stop doing it. They'll feel better and they'll realize, dear God, what was I doing? What was I doing? I was literally making myself miserable by doing this. And until they can just cut themselves off from doing this, they're going to continue to feel worse and worse and worse.
Promoting her, and these people are just completely unhinged. Here's another one saying, you're who associate with, you might want to work on your grammar. So
No. Rev, okay, you're too kind. Please allow me. Grammar, motherfucker, do you use it? This offends me. This. Now, I know what they're going for. It's supposed to be you are who you associate with. And so it's you're who you associate with. I get it, but contextually, it reads like shit. This does read like shit.
So I'm just going to assume you also a racist chud. So we're doing a really crazy guilt by association. So if you ever promote a stream of someone...
Oh, not even another silences violence. It's, okay, because a popular streamer is playing your game and you shouted them out, then apparently Edmund is now associating with Emiru. And so these freak shows, these and insane asylum escaped mental patients are now immediately assuming that you are a racist chud because you shouted out Emiru. Like, this is the insanity of this. This is why you cannot try and reason with them. Because they are legitimately insane. This is the mentality. This is why you don't engage with them. Because if you engage them, it's only going to feed into their sick delusions. If you try and engage with them beyond simply going, I win, and just no more. If you actually try and argue with them, you can't. Because you are arguing with someone that is delusional. You are legitimately arguing with someone who is delusional to a degree that you will not be able to break their delusion. You basically counteract them with facts. They don't care about facts. They only care about feelings and what's right in their head. That's it. And you cannot argue with that. So don't waste your time. Don't beat your head against the wall. Just kind of basically go, fuck you, I win, and walk away. And let them scream into the void. And again, this is a nuanced situation. I'm talking about the freak shows on Twitter that come after you. I'm not talking about if people try to go after your livelihood. Obviously, two different fucking things are on. I hate the fact that I have to make this clear, but for the cheap seats out there, This is not if they're going after your livelihood or trying to deplatform you. Excuse me. Okay? This is just if they're ringing and screaming at you online and that's it, and they're just like, I hate you because you do this. Ignore them. They'll run out of steam in a few days and they'll go on to next offending thing. Simple as that, realistically.
It's over. Go home.
Yeah. So yeah, and you see the example of it right here. And by the way, anonymous gifter, thank you for the gifted.
You're guilty of everything they've been accused of, not what they've done. Emiru is not a racist chud. Sorry to break it to you. Her statement did not reflect that sort of a label.
But
people,
it doesn't
again,
matter because
through their
feelings are more
perception
important
of what
to
they
these
want to
people.
believe, what they see when they saw Emiru's tweet, are now associating that with people who promote her in any sort of a fashion. Totally ridiculous. This person says, not right now, Edmund. Imagine being this much of a narcissist. You're going to tell this creator of a game what they can or can't do. Ridiculous. Here's another one saying, that's such bad timing, man.
Look at the name. Look what's in the name. What's next to that name? Eh? What's next to that name? Let's see. I see a Palestine flag and I see a transgender flag. I have no idea what this triangle is. If anybody knows what this triangle is a symbol for, please let me know. But that tells you all you need to know. That literally, those flags literally all tell you all you need to know. Where basically your opinion's invalid. You work off of feelings, you don't work off of facts, and you don't give a shit about reality. That opinion immediately invalidated. Right there.
Why? And also, I don't even have to click on your bio to understand why you're so angry right now.
Oh, does it?
Here's another one saying,
okay.
Yikes, guess I'm refunding. Bro, this is not...
Yeah, I want proof that this person even purchased in the first place. Darren fucking T you, this, it's Danny. Didn't even buy the game in the first place. Garrett fucking T. Oh, it's the red triangle is the Hamas sign for killing Israelis. Seriously? Seriously? Oh, for fuck's sake. Because of fucking course, that's a psychopath. Okay, moving on.
Not an airport. You do not have to announce your departure. If you want a refund, go and get it. If this was too much for you,
in the first place.
I don't think you were the target audience of this
beginning.
game or anything that looks remotely fun. Okay? Here's another one saying, what have you been, living under a rock coding a game for the last 3 years or something? First of all, we don't even know his feelings about Emiru or ICE or any of these things. You guys are just assuming things. But on top of that,
years? What?
You know what? Not everyone's terminally online. Not
everyone's terminally online. And what is it last 3 years? The thing with Emiru happened last fucking week. Literally, this shit, what is this? Have you been living under a rock for the last 3 years? The fuck does the last 3 years have to do with anything of what happened literally last fucking week? Have you been flying so high you starved your oxygen of brain, Mr. Fowl? Because that's the only explanation why you're this fucking brain dead.
everyone is aware of the recent streamer controversy. This guy might have just seen a popular streamer who really is not problematic in any sort of a way.
They're fucking
If we're
retards.
being
They're not idiots, they're
objective here and being
retards.
sane. He might have just seen a person like that and said, oh, this is a good promotion for my game. I should share her stream. That's all. That's literally as deep as all of this goes. And maybe he wasn't terminally online enough to understand why a bunch of psychos on Twitter are trying to cancel her. And anyone who associates with her or promotes her.
Or doesn't care. Because you know what? Maybe Edmund is that fucking based that maybe he does know about the whole thing that happened with Emiru. And maybe, just maybe, he is a dev that doesn't fucking care about the retards online pissing and moaning about shit like this. I'm actually gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's that fucking base that he doesn't fucking care. That he's actually doing the right thing and just saying, you're screaming SJR. You don't live in reality. Your opinion is invalid. You're not buying my game. I don't give a fuck what you think. I am willing to give Edmund the benefit of the doubt that he is that based.
Interacts with her in any sort of a way. Here's another one saying, oh, you're a loser. I get it.
Yeah.
Here's another one saying,
Yeah.
the normal people.
Oh
say,
my god.
wow, a sex doll is
God,
playing a game.
these-
Technology has come a long way.
We need to make asylums great again. We absolutely need to make asylums great again. People like this need to need help. We need asylums to come back, and we need asylums to come back specifically for these freak shows that are constantly screaming online and only live online. 100%. We need secure facilities for these people to be sequestered into to basically wean them off of their online addiction. Because this has now become an addiction. The 100% people like this are addicted to screaming on Twitter. This has become an addiction, and it has fucked with their brain. I will betcha if scientists actually studied the brains of people before and after they spent, they became terminally on Twitter screaming at everything, you would see that some of their higher logic functions in their brain have probably severely deteriorated. And yes, someone referred to Emiru as a sex doll. Yes, this future battery referred to Emiru as a sex doll because she's cute and the way she does her makeup up, she looks dollish. Her makeup gives her a very cute doll quality. So yes, this person decided to call her a sex doll. We need to lock these people up, and we need to study if their brains can be recovered by detaching them from the internet. And if they're not, well then, I am quoting from Asmon on this one. They will make a very fine living at, in the future as a future battery, to power AI.
Dude, not even the biggest misogynist out there will be as offensive as the so-called progressive people. This person saw a
Wolf Mother, they don't care. That's the thing. They don't care that how fucked up what they're saying is, considering what happened to her TwitchCon, because they probably think that she deserves it. Okay? Just bearing in mind, these insane asylum patients probably think that Emiru deserved to be sexually assaulted at TwitchCon, because they don't care. Unless it can further their ideology, their fifis, unless it can, unless people like Emiru can justify their fifis by saying the thing, they don't give a fuck what happens to them. They don't care that she got sexually assaulted. She is literally just a tool for them to be their mouthpiece. So she can say, so basically their words can come out of her mouth. Kind of like every other streamer that people attack and say, why don't you say the thing that I want you to say? It's they simply want their words to come out of their mouth to foster a higher degree of legitimacy to their ideology. That's all they want. They don't think of them as people. They think of them as biological bullhorns. That's it. That's what they think of them. And that's why this person is referring to Emmy as a sex doll when she just got sexually assaulted back at TwitchCon. And after TwitchCon disclosed that she was sexually assaulted by Miskiff. They don't care. Because she's not a human being to them. She is, as I said, a biological bullhorn for them to try and get their words to spew out of her mouth.
as the so-called progressive people. This person saw a woman playing a video game and calls her a sex doll because he doesn't like her statements. Amazing stuff. Here's another one saying there's better channels to watch if you enjoy the game, to be honest, that is not directly tied with Asmongold and his politics.
Of course.
Again, guilt by association. She's friends with Asmongold, therefore she...
And this is why I think Asmongold decided to step up his, be proactive in going after all of these SJRs. That I think this incident with Emiru, Asmon was neutral. I don't think he's going to be neutral anymore. I strongly believe that the attack against Emiru is what made him decide to go, fuck this shit, I'm going on the attack. That is, it's absolutely galvanized him. It made his decision for him. And it's like, it was the same time. It was right after what happened to Emiru. He said, I'm done. It's time to take the fight to them. That's what galvanized it. They went after his friend and he went, you know what? I'm done playing fuck around. And it's time for them to find out. This is what did it. Because people are attacking his friends just because they don't like his opinions, so he's probably not going to be neutral anymore. He's not. He's going to go on the attack. All of his people are going to probably be doing the same. And, well, a shitstorm's coming. Oh, and by the way, when Asmon said that he's basically, quote-unquote, going on the attack, Hassan decided to jump... This is sideways, but when he said that he's taking the fight to them, Hassan decided to jump on stream and bitch at Twitch on his stream going, hey, Twitch, isn't this against your TOS? Hey, Twitch, Asmongold's being a big meanie head. Isn't this against your TOS? Aren't you gonna ban him for this? Like, he literally was crying on his stream about Asmongold saying, I'm done fucking around and we're taking the fight to them now, and started crying to Twitch on his stream about, isn't this against TOS? He literally was whining like a little fucking bitch on his stream because Asmongold decided to stop being neutral. It's so fucking pathetic.
Must believe everything he says. Absolutely insane. Juvenile logic from people like this. It's kind of unfair watching her gameplay. All of her cats start with -9 intelligence. Good criticism, man. But of course, initially, the original post was getting, like, brigaded. Like, it was all negative, but people have been coming in. Like, the cavalry has arrived, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen a lot of negative stuff. This was the stuff initially posted in the replies. But the most recent ones are supporting this game and its developer. In fact, they're even saying, like, this is not even the type of game I normally play, but you know what? I'm going to buy it to counteract these freaks in the replies. Emiru's playing, must be a good game then. Immediately buying multiple copies. TikTok told me Emiru is bad, so they will have that opinion until they've been given a new one.
What did I say? Well, I didn't say it exactly like that, but what did I say? They'll be on this for 2 or 3 days. If they get no traction, they get tired or they'll get bored, and they'll move on to the next thing that they're told should be important to them. That's literally all you gotta do with the Twitter freaks. Ignore them for a few days, let them bash their head against the brick wall for a while. Eventually, they're gonna realize, ow, this fucking hurts. I should probably stop. Okay, what's the next thing I can go after? It's honestly that fucking simple, dealing with Twitter freaks. It's legitimately that simple.
Emmy is great, but people on Twitter are weird, unfortunately. So many toxic and bigoted people posting about attacking the maker/developer of Mewgenics and Emiru, just like your binding of Isaac. I love your game, Edmund. She played the game so much today, actually locked. Can't wait to hear the cat she voiced is gonna be so funny.
Wait, did Emiru run voice lines for this game? Oh God, did she legit do what run lines for Mewgenics? Mm. I know she's done voice acting before in other games. I didn't know she did voice lines for this. Ooh, cool. Well, then if she did, then wouldn't that make perfect sense why the game dev would shout her out on Twitter when she's playing it? If she ran voice lines for the fucking game, it's even more of a reason for him to shout her out.
Which is another controversy involving this game. So there's an article out there talking about some of the people voicing some of these cats. It includes people like Ethan Klein, iDubbbz as well, and even Chris Chan. Yes, and
Really?
when talking about this, the creator said the inclusion of people with clashing ideologies felt appropriate, which I think is a very funny thing to do. Like, he's literally
Okay.
trying to meme with the appearances of all these different figures from social media. And
From Google's from Emiru recently, I'm not going to say her real name, recently featured the newly released game Mewgenics on her Twitch channel as part of her Giga gaming content focusing on trying to get a cat using her voice. Oh, cool. Nice.
I don't know really who Chris Chan's clashing with, but I get the point about iDubbbz and Ethan Klein being a part of this game together, who obviously don't like each other right now at all. And this reply right here, this quote to what I just showed you, perfect summation of what we're talking about today. Edmund McMillan is the world's first radical centrist. That's right, this guy just trying to have fun with his game, accepting participation from people of all walks of life or different political opinions, is somehow a gigantic bigot.
Simple answer there. Because you can't be centrist. That's why. These insane SJRs will not accept neutrality, will not accept centrality. They won't. Because they cannot conceive of a world where people can have a centrist thought process. It has to be either extreme their way or extreme the other way, and there is no monumentally sized middle ground where the majority of people reside. They literally blue screen every time they try and think of someone that doesn't have an extreme ideology like they do. It's as simple as that. And that's why these people don't now. It's why these people are useless to society. And it's why they have a great future career as a battling. Because they offer nothing to society other than extreme viewpoints screaming online. That is literally all they have to offer humanity. And so we need to utilize them in a much more efficient way by, powering our technology instead.
And I'm glad people are now coming in to support this game, and it looks like a lot of fun. So,
RSJ, I'm sorry. But think about it this way. The acronym is reversed. So it's SJR, not RSJ, okay? I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I just gotta live by it.
and I'm glad people are now coming in to support this game, and it looks like a lot
They're
of
not
fun.
even good
So
enough
I'm
for
not
putting the
surprised
fries
it's
in the
doing so
bag, King
well.
Spider.
But yeah, these
Not
people,
even good enough for
they're
that.
trying really hard. The usual suspects, they're trying really hard to drag down this game.
Actually, let me reiterate. They're not good enough to put the fries in the bag, but they absolutely can power the machines that will put the fries in the bag for you. That's what they'll be good for. They'll be good as the energy source to power the machine that will put the fries in the bag for you.
The usual suspects, they're trying really hard to drag down this game, its creator and its development team, and it's totally ridiculous. And honestly, at this point, the way things are, I think it's going to backfire. I think this is free promotion, and people are seeing what's happening to this developer or this development team, and they're like, you know what?
Oh God, yes.
I'm just going to buy your game out of spite. We've seen this happen before. Have you heard of a game called Hogwarts Legacy? Now, do I think it's going to be on the same level? Probably not. They're not going to sell like what, 35 million copies? But this game is killing it. Okay, the results are undeniable right now, and I think it's going to keep going up. And it's bringing the outrage is bringing more and more attention, and that's the ultimate backfire of these activists and these wackadoos on social media. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
All right. Chat, you know what? Oh, you know what overarching thing I took away from this video? I have a new game to play tomorrow. That's what I'm taking away from this. I'm buying this game right now. Right fucking now. On stream. Right now, I am buying this game. Hang on. Give me a second. And done. Game has been purchased. We are playing this game tomorrow. We are gonna, I literally just now bought it. Yes, I'm doing Valentine's Day on Sunday. Valentine's Day is on Sunday. No, I literally I bought this game right now. Just purchased it. I'm gonna install it after stream. We are playing the game tomorrow. Yep. We are gonna play this game tomorrow. Hell yes. That's what this just did. It gave me a new game to try out, and we're gonna do it tomorrow. So, people watching on YouTube, if you want to come join my stream tomorrow, I'm gonna be playing Mewgenics. Haha.